Okay, here we are, 1978 IFL Super Bowl, Chiba City and Wilmington. Just getting started here, Wilmington, with the ball to start at their own 32. Linebacker Joe Washington. Snap fumble. Wilmington hangs on to it and sets up 3rd and 6. Kenny Anderson with a snap fumble of 1 through 8 this year, and that one came up as a 7. So pro set. Chiba City in their 4-3 showing blitz. It's an end run right, Joe Washington. There is a free safety over there. It's going to get 4, setting up 4th and 2. And Wilmington is on to punt, 35 yards. Bruce Harper, who had a touchdown earlier in the playoffs, returning a punt. Fair catch. I'm going to have to close a blind for all the morning sun I'm getting. Be right back. All right, here's Chiba City and the pro set with Pete Johnson and Bruce Harper in the backfield. Dan Phelps. 5-yard pass. Pete Johnson, 2nd and 5. These two teams met in 1974 Super Bowl. Chiba City won. Played again in 75. Wilmington won. Short to Tony Hill. It's going to be incomplete, setting up a 3rd and 5. Short to Harper. No double team on him. It's a 14-yard pickup. Chiba City moves chains, and they're out near midfield at their own 48. Wilmington in their traditional 3-4 with the great Curly Culp at nose tackle. There's going to be a short pass, 13-yard pickup to Tony Hill, and that'll get them to the Generals' 39-yard line. It's going to be short to Benny Cunningham, being double teamed. There's pressure, sacked. Barney Chavis gets there. 1 through 24 on the random sack there, and got a 22. So it's 2nd and 17. Generals have a little more breathing room. I think Pete Johnson off right tackle. Guess wrong. Curly Culp's going to make the play. Took a great play there by Culp, requiring a 6, which he was. 3rd and 17. You figure if Dennis is able to get half of this, he's going to go for it on 4th down. See if he tries to run. If you put the ball in the air, any penalty other than an offsides is a 1st down just about. So it's off tackle draw right for Canada. He's going to get a couple. And 4th and 15, probably see a coffin corner punt here. And fairly well placed. Ball at 15 or 14. And Wilmington's out for their second drive. Joe Washington and Bobby Newhouse. Newhouse gets nothing there. One of the two guys known as bowling balls back in the 70s. See if you can guess the other guy. Hint, he went to Kent State at the time of the 1970 tragedy. Who was the other bowling ball? Don Nottingham. 3rd and 10. Joe Washington gets 0 after Newhouse had 0. Not showing blitz this time, 3-3-5. It's going to be short to Charlie Jones, not double team 4 men, and there's a sack. Alan Page, one of the best defensive linemen in league history, gets through. And from his own 5, Pat McAnally will punt. Bruce Harper set to return it. He gets 11, and Chiba City will start at the Wilmington 36. 8:06 remaining, first quarter. It's going to be an in run left. Pete Johnson guessed wrong. Man in zone. It's going to break it for a short gain, 16-yard pickup. And Wilmington has a little pressure on D. Chiba City now at their 20. No real concerns as far as rushing attempts. Both teams have plenty to go. Here's Pete Johnson with a linebacker. He's going to be guessed right, 3-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. Dan Feltz also has a high snap fumble, 1 through 10. So we'll keep an eye on that. Each quarterback occasionally leaves under center a little early. 2nd and 7, no blitz. It's going to be a guess right and run. Unable to make the play was Barney Chavis, a 4. And that's going to set up 3rd and 1. And Dan Feltz calls for a full house here at the Wilmington 11. Blitz being shown. It's going to be off tackle right, guess wrong for Canada. They're King, Dan Feltz. And that's going to be a pickup of 5. 1st and goal at the Wilmington 6. Chiba City looking to get the first points of the game up. Larry Canada, wonder if he is linebacker -1 or +5. Nice play by Steve Nelson, a 6. Wonder if Larry Canada's ever had offers to play in the CFL. Third and goal from the 7. Blitz being shown, full house. 2nd goal. And run left, Bruce Harper guessed wrong. Linebacker -4 +4. Unable to make the play was 5. Woodrow Lowe would have had to be a 6. So it's going to set up 3rd and goal at the 3. Full house. Once again, free safety blitz being shown. It's going to be a line by Canada to guess right. He's going to pick up a yard, setting up a 4th and goal at the 2. First points is something Dennis and I have talked about before. Always nice to get the first points on the board, but I think Dennis normally would go for it at the 2, but he is going to go for the first points. I kind of agree with that. I do like to get on the board first if I can, and it's good to just get something out of a nice field position situation that they started with there. Here's the kick, a short kick, and Joe Washington from his own 15 brings it out to the 35. So the Generals will have their best field position to get started here. Down 3-0, 3.5 minutes remaining, first quarter. Joyner and John Jefferson at wide receiver. Some guys Dan Fouts is familiar with from the NFL days. It's going to be short to John Jefferson, being double teamed and a big blitz as well. It's going to be incomplete. Nice call there by Dennis. It's only Anderson's second pass attempt. He was sacked earlier, 1 for 2 for 4 yards. The reason I put this little so far today box over the snap the ball kind of stuff is that when you're watching a game, those are just computer suggestions that are coming up underneath. So rather than look at those, I'll just kind of focus on what the guys who are actually coaching the game are doing. There's a possible injury to the halfback, but Joe Washington shakes it off and stays in the game. After a 1-yard pickup, we've got a 3rd and 9 set up. Generals offense hasn't been moving the ball early in the game. We'll see if they can get it here on a 3rd and 9. No blitz. It's going to be a right tackle, Leroy Harris, being double teamed. That's not going to help on a run call. He's got a 5 there in run containment, possibly. Short gain. See if he is held short. It was an offside on Wilmington. Nope, I'm sorry, offside on Chiba City. And that'll set up 3rd and 4. So no play. Pro set. No blitz. Short to Jefferson, guessed wrong. It's going to pick up 15, and this will be the best field position of the game for Wilmington. 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. They're at the Chiba City 44. There's a look into Billy Joe Dupree. 5 in the look-in zone. Guess right. 6-yard pickup. Billy Joe's been one of the league leaders in not just for a tight end, but in touchdowns over the last few years. One of Kenny Anderson's favorite targets. 2nd and 4. Chiba City 38. It's going to be a long to John Jefferson. He's being double teamed, and that will be incomplete. Free safety Gary Barbaro has been looking at John Jefferson almost as often as Ken Anderson has. 4-3, blitz being shown, pro set, 3rd and 4. Chiba City, 38-yard line. Wilmington will go off tackle Joe Washington. He's going to be guessed right. And the guard unable to make the play, Melvin Jackson. Needed to be a 5. He's only a 4. And Wilmington will be back out, 4th and 4. Pro set, 4-3 blitz. It's going to be a flat pass guessed right. Nobody in zone to Joe Washington. It's going to get 13, and Wilmington converts the fourth down on the last play of the first quarter. Chiba City 25. Anderson now 5 of 7. There's a guest right off tackle. Newhouse stopped. Newhouse more of a guest wrong type of fullback. He's not terrible guest right. He's not one of those get 3 or 4 yards on every roll. And he picks up 6 guest wrong here to set up a 3rd and 4. Nice game by Newhouse. 4-3 blitz, pro set, 3rd and 4. It's off tackle guess wrong left, man in zone for Joe Washington. He's going to get 4 tough yards there. And that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Wilmington at the Chiba City 15. Short pass guessed right to John Jefferson. And it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted at the 3 and brought back out to the 7. Monty Jackson with the pick. And Chiba City's up 3-0, and they have the ball just under 13 minutes left in the second quarter. Blitz being shown. Phelps from his own 7. Off tackle left, Perrin. It's going to lose a yard. Extra man in the zone. 2nd and 11 from their own 6. Chiba City with the ball, and a blitz being shown again by Wilmington. It's going to be long to Derek Gaffney, and Phelps is going to go down in the end zone. Barney Chavis with the sack, and it's 3-2 here in the bottom of the second. Chiba City out to punt. On the free kick, it's going to be a penalty on the play. Illegal block on Wilmington on the return, and Kenny Anderson will take over at his own 16. Joe Washington stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10, no blitz. Both teams staying with the pro set. Incomplete. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Flat route to Charlie Joyner. There is a man there. He's not double teamed. It's going to be intercepted again. And Willie Buchanan takes it back 19 yards for a touchdown. And Chiba City goes up 9-2 with the extra point coming up. And Don Cockcroft misses it to the left. So it stays at 9-2, 10.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 1-yard pickup, Joe Washington, 2nd and 9. Incomplete. Personal foul on Chiba City, and that'll give Wilmington the ball out at their own 42. Linebacker Newhouse is going to be guessed wrong. And he's going to get the block there from Ed Newman and pick up 6. Nice play by Newman there. 2nd and 4. It's going to be a 3-yard catch for Charlie Joyner. His first of the day, setting up 3rd and 1. Just inside Chiba City territory. No blitz being shown. Linebacker Kenny Anderson will be guessed wrong. And he's going to grab 5 yards and a first down at the Chiba City 44. Short to Joyner being double teamed. Dennis has hit a few double teams already. Incomplete. Willie Buchanan would have made the play there anyway. Buchanan with the only score of the game on a 19-yard interception return. 2nd and 10. No blitz. Short to Joyner. Guessed right. All 3 pass rushers coming in. It's going to be a 15-yard pickup. Did not get through to the quarterback there. And Anderson calmly picks up 15. Joyner getting it down to the 29 of Chiba City, 1st and 10. It's going to be a left off tackle guessed wrong for Joe Washington. And he gets 0. 2nd and 10. Blitz being shown. It's going to be a look into Joe Washington. Will be guessed right. Free safety blitz on. Won't affect a flat pass. It's going to be a short game. 10-yard pickup for Joe Washington. 2 catches, 23 yards. And with 5:42 remaining before the half, Chiba City at their own 19 will try to keep Wilmington out of the end zone, up by 7. Joe Washington stopped for no gain. Dreaded 5 coming up a couple of times. 8 carries, 9 yards for Washington at the moment. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Blitz being shown. And Anderson dials up Robert Newhouse for a guess wrong off tackle. Gain of 2, setting up 3rd and 8. Haven't seen three wide receiver a whole lot from either, both staying in running formation quite often. We do see the 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end look, 4-3 blitz being shown on the other side. 3rd and 8. It's going to be a draw to Leroy Harris. Be guessed wrong. It's going to get 2. It'll be 4th and 6. We'll see Rolf Benershka. That's not roll on the floor laughing. That's Rolf. And he nails it. And it'll be a 9-5 ball game as Wilmington kicks off here. 3.5 remaining before the half. Touchback. Dan Fouts from his own 20. It's going to be an off tackle right to Perrin. He's going to get 1 guess wrong. 2nd and 9, no blitz. It's going to be a guess right, flat left to rolling hooks. And he's going to hit a vacated zone. He's going to pick up 23 yards. It was a white die 6 anyway, so that was going to be guessed wrong as long as there was not 2 men in zone or a linebacker 6. And Sheba City gets much needed field position for them to the 42, 2:06 remaining. Plenty of time to get into field goal range. Both coaches watching the clock, and linebacker Lonnie Perrin guessed right, or guessed wrong rather, 1 man in zone. It's going to be a short gain. It's going to pick up 17, and that's going to get the ball near flag on the field. Hold on. It's a roughing call against Wilmington, so that's going to move it down to the Wilmington 26. Things have been a little chippy out here. These teams have a history in the Super Bowl, and some of the players a little too emotional at times. 2 minutes exactly remaining. It'll be a linebacker for Perrin. He's going to be guessed wrong, stumbles, and only gets a yard there. Minute 30 remaining. 3-4 blitz. So Wilmington showing blitz here from their own, from the Wilmington 25. Sheba City goes to a draw for Lonnie Perrin, guessed wrong. It's going to require 2 linebackers in the middle linebacker zone, and they only had 1, so that will be a pickup of 14 yards for Lonnie Perrin, who's now up to 5 carries and 32 yards. Most of it on this drive. Be a linebacker draw. It's going to be a loss of a yard, guessed right, which makes it key. 2nd 11 at the Wilmington 12. Perrin 6 carries, 31 yards. Of course, as everyone knows, Lonnie Perrin and Dallas fullback Ron Lee combined their talents to put out a Worcestershire sauce, Lee and Perrin's. 2nd 11, blitz being shown. There's a draw to Perrin again. It's going to get 3. It's guessed wrong. And we've got a 3rd and 8 from the Wilmington 9. Neither coach calling timeouts here. 30 seconds remaining before the half. Blitz being shown. 8 seconds remaining. And here's Perrin on an end run. It'll be guessed wrong with a man in zone. It is going to be a touchdown. Lonnie Perrin scores from 9 yards out as the half comes to an end. Don Cockcroft on for the extra point. This one is good, and it's 16-5, Sheba City at the half. Big play, a pick 6 by Willie Buchanan. Kenny Anderson, a couple of interceptions. I'm going to step away and grab some coffee. Be right back. All right, kickoff was returned 24 yards from the goal line, and Chiba City with a 16-5 lead have the ball. Off tackle left, Pete Johnson. He gets a couple. Second and 8. No blitz. Off tackle right, Canada. He's going to get 8. It's going to get the first down. Nice game so far for Canada. 4 carries, 16 yards. Stand on guard for thee. It's going to be short to Gaffney. It's going to be guessed wrong. It's going to be a pickup of 11. And just like that, Chiba City's out to their own 45. Second and 11. Canada loses a yard with Greg Bingham making the play there. It's going to be long to Gaffney. There's no man in zone. Guessed right. It's going to be incomplete. There's a penalty on the play. It's going to be grounding. Dan Fouts. So under pressure, and he threw it sort of in the area of Gaffney, but referees did not see it that way. They felt like he was just heaving it downfield in general, and so that'll be a loss of down and a 10-yard penalty, setting up 3rd and 21. Chiba City at their own 34. Still in pro set, 3-3-5, no blitz. In run right, Pete Johnson. Picks up a yard, and on 4th and 20, Roberts out to punt. It's a 43-yarder. It's going to get Charlie Babb a chance to bring it back, and he gets 7. And Wilmington's out for the first time. 11 minutes left. They're down 16-5. Still going with Washington and Newhouse. That'll be Joe Washington on a line buck. Guessed wrong. Picks up a yard. 2nd and 9. Jay's used Washington a lot as an inside runner this year. He is diminutive, but he has a way of finding his way through the cracks and crevices in the defensive lines, and it's quite effective as an inside runner. Off tackle wrong for Leroy Harris. He's going to break a short gain. He's going to pick up 15. First nice run for Harris. He's back out. Off tackle left, Leroy Harris. Guessed right. He's going to lose a yard, 2nd and 11. No blitz. Going to be guessed right and off tackle to Harris. He's going to lose another yard. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Two wide receiver, 2 tight end look with Leroy Harris as a lone running back. Staying in a 4-3, Chiba City will show blitz. It's going to be long to Jefferson, no men in zone. Free safety blitz on. It's going to be a long gain. 57-yard And that touchdown by John Jefferson will make it a 16-11 game with the extra point to come. Benershka on for the Pat. It's good. Very big play by Kenny Anderson. Caught Chiba City in a free safety blitz. Got the pass protection. Got the ball deep. Touchdown. It was one of those where you don't even check the protection. Black die 1X. And we got a flag down on the return. Illegal block. Wilmington takes the penalty, and Dan Fouts, with a 16-12 lead, has the ball at his own 18. 8 minutes left, third quarter. It's going to be long to Gaffney. It's double teamed. It's going to be a dump off chance. Fouts unable to get the ball complete. Incompletion to Bruce Harper, which is going to set up a 2nd and 10. Dan Fouts 4 for 6, 59 yards so far. Chiba City been pounding the ball on the ground. In run right, Harper guess right. It's going to pick up 3 yards. Benny Cunningham couldn't quite get the block sealed there. 3rd and 7. Wilmington hoping to maintain the momentum and get a stop, get the ball back. 3-3-5 against the pro set, no blitz. It's going to be long to Harper, 1 man in zone, incomplete. 4th and 7. George Roberts on the punt. It's going to go 47 yards. And here's Babb. Picks up 5. So Wilmington at their own 37, down 16-12 now. Had a chance to drive down and perhaps grab the lead. It's going to be a flat right to Dupree. It'll be guessed right, 1 man in zone. And Billy Joe Dupree is going to get around the linebacker. He breaks it downfield, picks up 30 yards before the free safety is able to bring him down. And just like that, Kenny Anderson starts to get hot. 10 for 17, 154, touchdown, 2 interceptions. Last 2 passes, John Jefferson for a 57-yard touchdown and Billy Joe Dupree for 30. 1st and 10, here's Joe Washington getting 5 tough yards, guessed right. 2nd and 5. Blitz being shown. Newhouse back in. Watch out for the fullback option pass if he happens to get a left end run. So look in, guessed right to Joe Washington. And there's going to be a sack. Free safety blitz. Gary Barbaro caused the pressure, and Randy Logan actually got the credit for the sack, but it was Gary Barbaro with the pressure, and that's going to make it 3rd and 8. Only a 3-yard loss, but it's a big play. Back at the 31 now. Blitz being shown again. 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set with Leroy Harris in. It's going to be a look in again to Dupree. Free safety blitz is on. All the linebackers are home. Offsides, Wilmington. It's going to put them out to their own 36, or to the Chiba City 36 for a 3rd and 13. They will go with the 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver, and Leroy Harris look. See if Chiba City, yes, they are going 3-3-5, but they're not showing blitz here. It's going to be off tackle right, Leroy Harris, guess strong. It's going to get 3. And from the Chiba City 33, it's 4th and 10. Here's Panershka. And there's a penalty on Wilmington. That's going to put the ball out to the 38 of Chiba City. I really don't like in-game complaining a whole lot. Get a lot of emails about other folks that don't either. Fourth and goal, or 4th and 15 rather, at the Chiba City 38. And here will be a coffin corner punt. Pat McNally. Nice job. It's going to pin Chiba City at their own 4, it looks like. Own 3. 4:12 remaining. Chiba City with a 16-12 lead. 4:12 remaining, third quarter. Blitz being shown. And that's going to be a 16-yard pickup for Canada. 6 carries, 31 yards for Canada. And from their own 19, Chiba City with a little breathing room. It's off tackle right, Canada. He's going to get nothing. Zone stuff there by Wilmington. It's going to set up 2nd and 10, 3 minutes to go, third quarter. No blitz. It's going to be short, guess wrong to Cunningham. Defender X, unable to make the play, was Steve Luke, who is a 5, but white die roll was 6. Fouts 5 of 8, 74 yards. Working more as a threat in being versus a key to the team at the moment. Here's another short pass, and again, Steve Luke gets beat by a great throw. Back-to-back plays. Luke needed to be a 6 and was not, and that's moved the ball 30 yards. Chiba City at their own 49. Under 2 minutes left in the third. Short to Tony Hill, guess right. 1 blitzer. It's going to be a pickup up 13. Dan Fouts says, I'm no game manager. Get the saute pan warm and let me cook. Ball at the Wilmington 38. It's going to be a flat left. Guess wrong to Harper. It's going to get a short gain. There's another 15-yard pickup. And from the 23 of Wilmington, Chiba City's got the ball and a 16-12 lead. So going to be a draw. P. Johnson. What's going on here? We may have some technical difficulties. Let's see if we can figure out what's happening here. This card image not responding. We'll reload. Make sure Stradivac football's not running in the background. No. What it looked like was going to be a draw for a 23-yard touchdown by Chiba City, but let's see what's going on with that. See if we have a new game ID coming here in a moment. All right. I believe my internet is up and running. Not sure what's going on. I'll take this time to grab some coffee and be right back. All right. Okay, here we go. Try to keep it low, but NFL is starting. I go ahead and turn the sound volume up a little bit on the television.
That's what happens. You change over your center. All of a sudden, that center, that is Schweitzer, number 71, not used to being in there at that position, wasn't guard, moved to center, give up some pressure, and the rookie, Jordan Davis, gets the tip. Schweitzer did not play at Detroit last week as he suffered an injury week one. Chase Williams is out once again with an injury to his knee. Tyler Larson is on the team. So Schweitzer is in at center. Second to Wentz. Quick throw against the blitz is caught by Curtis Samuel and touchdown. Quickly by Kaiser White on a gain of 5. So you saw the blitz early from Jonathan Gannon. We saw more blitzes in week 2 than we saw in week 1. The back end played really well against Minnesota, and James Bradbury and Darius Slayer, great corner. Pressure, you got to have great players, and they Bradbury.
Not sure what's going on with the game here. Try one more time.
It's a combination, right? You get the upfield pressure, but you got to have that inside presence. You see, push. Nowhere to step up, and Josh Sweat gets the sack. Just as he did to close the game against Minnesota on Monday night, starts off the game with a drive closing sack. Fair catch it near the 12-yard line at a 49-yard punt. First down, then out for Washington.
Oh, yeah, rebooting.
He's been one of the most impressive quarterbacks in the first 2 weeks.
I'm going to exit the game. Make sure I don't have any processes in the background. Showing automatic football. No, we're cool.
Team Overdog, where you at? Let me hear you. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet just $5 to win $200 if your team wins. Action's so good. Why bet NFL anywhere else? No matter what you're in the mood for, with the almond royal crispy chicken lineup at Burger King, you can't go wrong. Classic, cheesy, spicy, or tangy. Reward yourself with any of the almond royal crispy chicken sandwiches today, only at Burger King. Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, every way. That makes you the hero.
As we check in on the NFL Week 3, looks like Justin Fields just had a 29-yard run. I'm not sure what to think of Fields just yet. Tannehill hits Hooper. Derrick Henry running.
So it's the deal I got from Bryson. iPhone 14 Pro on now. You should get one.
Colts are at the Chiefs 3. but they haven't had much offense. Let's see if it was a turnover. Yep, Sky Moore lost a fumble. There's Josh Allen hitting Diggs for 25 to 28, and Singletary for 19. Jameis Winston fumbles.
There's still time to enter your picks in the NFL Sunday Challenge contest. For your chance to win $1 million of Jerry's money, download the free-to-play Fox Super 6 app now.
Ron Rivera talked a lot about explosive plays on defense. Too many of them allowed to Detroit and Jacksonville for that matter in the first 2 weeks. Nick Sirianni's team has been one of the most explosive play offenses in the league. Let's see how that plays out. Let's go up to starts with 12.
Make sure we're still good here.
Is right there. That's a big key for Washington because this has been one of the best rushing attacks in the league so far.
Okay, we're back.
Sanders is the headliner in the backfield. He really is. He goes
Kickoff is to the 3, return 13 yards. Great coverage there by Chiba City, and it is 23 to 12. We'll take a quick look at the box score. I believe it was a 23. It was Pete Johnson with a 7-yard touchdown run, actually. So it's 23 to 12, Chiba City. We begin the fourth quarter. There's Newhouse getting 5. Second and 5. It's 3-yard pickup or 2-yard pickup for Joe Washington. Will be 3rd and 3. No gain. Joe Washington stopped on 3rd and 3, and Wilmington will go for it. 4th and 3 at their own 23. It's going to be a flat left to Dupree. It'll be guessed right. Pickup of 4. Kenny Anderson with a big pickup on a risky play there. Wilmington looking to get something going, down by 11. It's Newhouse breaking a big one, and he's got 24 yards. So Chiba City 49, Wilmington with the ball. And John Matusik's going to get through for a sack on Kenny Anderson. He loses 6 back to his own 45, 2nd and 16. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Not showing blitz. Going to be short to Joyner. Under pressure, Anderson's going to dump it off, and it's going to be intercepted. This is game out of sync. Wondering if they're both patched. I know Dennis probably is since he sent out the email. Brad Dusick with the pick there, 3rd pick of the day by Anderson. And from the Wilmington 48, Pete Johnson gained 7 yards. Nice block there by Tom Banks. Needed to be a 6, and he was. 2nd and 3 at the Wilmington 41 as we near 11 minutes remaining in the game. King P. Johnson, and he at us linebacker. He still fights his way for 2 yards. Now it's going to set up a 3rd and 1 at the Wilmington 39. Full house look. Harper, Johnson, and Canada in the backfield. Tony Hill, the lone split. Linebacker Canada guessed right. He's going to get that 1 yard. And that's going to give Chiba City a first down at the Wilmington 38, under 10 minutes to go. They lead by 11. Off tackle right, Canada guessed right. It's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Tick tock, tick tock. Chiba City ground game has kept the clock moving. Both teams running quite a bit. It's a flag on the play. It was a 14-yard pickup. And Chiba City was called for pass interference, so it's going to move it back 10 yards and set up a 2nd and 21 from the Wilmington 49.
Everyone can get it.
Every new customer,
And every existing customer.
every iPhone,
Every iPhone.
every iPhone, everyone. Okay, my work here is done. Everyone gets the best deal on every iPhone.
Best one yet.
Everyone gets AT&T's best deals on every iPhone.
It's going to be a short pass, dump off, incomplete.
Are you doing the right job?
And that'll bring up 3rd and 21 just inside Wilmington territory. We'll see what Fouts and Coach Crowley wish to do. They're going to go pro set here, 3-3-5 for Wilmington. And 1 yard pickup for Harper, 4th and 20. We'll see the punting unit on. Offsides Chiba City, so they'll punt from their own 47 here. $14-yard return on a 40-yard punt. It's going to give Wilmington the ball at their own 27, down 23-12. 8 minutes remaining in the game. No gain by Leroy Harris. Sets up 2nd and 10, 7.5 minutes remaining. No blitz being shown. Off tackle gets strong for Harris. And he's going to find some daylight and get 14 yards out to the 41. Wilmington down by 11, and there's no 2-point conversion, so they're going to need more than 1 touchdown and 1 field goal. Short to Jefferson. Guessed right. It's going to gain 11 and get the ball into Chiba City territory. 6:18 remaining, though. It'll be a 1-yard pickup for Leroy Harris, 2nd and 9. There's going to be a loss of 11. Dave Butts sacks Kenny Anderson, or a loss of 9. And that's going to make it 3rd and 18, Wilmington at their own 44. Two wide receiver, 2 tight end. Leroy Harris is the only back. Guess wrong off tackle for Leroy Harris. Ball on the ground. Offense picks it up. And it'll be a 4th and 17, just under 5 minutes left. Wilmington's going to punt. Short, Tony Hill's incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the Chiba City 25. Dan Feltz up by 11. He's trying to avoid mistakes. Goes short to Tony Hill, 14 yards. Just want to keep the chains moving and don't turn it over. And Chiba City could have their 4th championship of the 70s. It's going to be short to Hill again. Guess wrong. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 3:18 remaining. Fouts 9 for 15, 131. It's going to be long to Gaffney. It's going to be completed 42 yards, but there is a flag on the play. Pass interference against Chiba City. It's going to bring it all back. 2nd and 20 at their own 29. Third and 20 after Pete Johnson gets no gain on an off-tackle run. And he grabs 6 yards here on another off-tackle. And it'll be 4th and 14, 2 minutes remaining in the game. There's a 28-yard punt. So Wilmington from their own 42, minute 52 left. 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set. And there's another sack. Alan Page gets through for the 2nd time today. Timeout. 2nd 15, Wilmington at their own 37. Chiba City in the 4-3 here. Getting consistent pressure on Kenny Anderson. It's going to be long to Jones. Incomplete. Willie Buchanan makes a nice play. Old man Willie with a touchdown in the early part of the game. 19-yard interception return. 3rd and 15. It's going to be a flat pass. It's going to be a 5-yard pickup. Mandich, limited by rule, does not have a big play to fall back on, so he only gets 5 instead of 13. It's going to be a short incomplete. On 4th down, Chiba City will take over. Wilmington has a couple of timeouts left. Fouts is going to take a knee. First timeout, or it should say second timeout used by Wilmington. Takes a knee. Another timeout. 1:07 remaining. 3rd down. It was another great year by Wilmington. They've had a fantastic run starting since 1974. They did win a championship in 75. 22 seconds left. Roberts on the punt. Congratulations, though, to Chiba City. Won championship in 74, again in 77, and go back-to-back with a title in 78. They also, before Dennis took over, they also had won the championship back in 1970. So this is a franchise that has won in 70, 74, 77, and 78. Incomplete, looking for Joyner. 1 second remains. Tough game for Kenny Anderson, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but today 13 of 25, 174, a touchdown, long bomb to Jefferson, 3 interceptions. And incomplete. And it is a 22-12 final. Chiba City picking up again their 4th title. Congratulations to each team. It's the 3rd title actually in a 5-year run. And Dennis is mentioning I can never beat you in Tecmo, but I certainly get the rolls in IFL. Jay has an amazing playoff record in Tecmo. He's like 11-1 or something like that. It's hard to do that. All right, we're going to bring Dennis on. I don't think Jay is able to work with Slack. Let me see. Turn on my speakers so I can hear. Yep, this wasn't a great version of Wilmington compared to some that we've seen recently, but got to the Super Bowl. Hello, Dennis. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks a lot.
It was an interesting game. I saw you kind of relied on your running game quite a bit the first 2.5, 3 quarters.
Yeah, there was a point, I think, at the half where Fouts had run or only attempted 4 passes. I think a lot of that too was the fact that Wilmington had the ball for so long that I didn't have a lot of possessions.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Jay's gonna maybe come on with us too. Like, give him the link as well. Yeah. So just I was content to run it. He was calling a ton of pass, and I know that one of the ways that I would lose is if I got like strip sacked or through interceptions or that kind of thing. So because he was calling so much pass, I was like, okay, well, I'll just run it. And that worked out okay. I had to run a couple draws to get some of that pressure off because there was times where he was calling pass and it would go on his cards with a man in the zone and it was going nowhere. So I was fortunate today. The penalties hurt him, got him out of that field goal range on that one drive. And the interceptions, of course, the flat pass, dump off interception, people always complain about the dump off, how it, put you on 0 minute zone, but every once in a while, one of those dump offs turns into an interception on the quarterback's card.
That's right. That happened actually in the 1976 Super Bowl, I believe. Adeline Dallas, there was a dump off interception. But yeah, I thought the turnovers were the key to the game for sure. I don't know if you had any turnovers, but I know Jay had 4. It just seemed like Kenny Anderson was just, rolling.
Yeah,
you can't pick which quarterback's going to roll 9s on the short pass on the defense card. Hey, Jay.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's the underground one. Click on the settings tab at the bottom and then switch your audio. And I'll go to the other mic. Zoom always picks the right mic for you. StreamYard always picks the wrong mic for you. I don't know why. How's that now?
Test 1, 2, 3.
That's better. Yep.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So, for what it's worth, I have laryngitis or something. So, so if it sounds like I'm one of Marge Simpson's sisters, that's what's going on. I might have COVID. So, but I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, but I don't feel bad. I just can't really talk. So.
Gotcha.
Well,
like we were talking post game in the chat, Tim, and Jay was saying like he was playing with house money to make it this far with that team. He pegged him like a 6-10 or at best maybe a 500 team, but he took him all the way to the Super Bowl. That's pretty amazing. Yeah,
I kind of noticed Jay didn't put a lot of like 1-year investments into 1978. He had a really kind of the similar year in 76. Didn't really put a whole lot into it. He just ended up winning 14 games and losing none in the regular season. So
pretty impressive. I like it.
This is Kenny's worst card, and so there wasn't much point putting much into it. And then all of a sudden, I guess there was because we got pretty hot in those 2 rounds. We were really hot against Pembroke. His team was better than mine, and we were hot. Called a pretty decent game to give us a chance, and then we just sort of hit on some things. And so we were kind of hanging in there, and then alas, we lost that first down on the little flat pass tight end there, Billy Joe, and then we lost the field goal, but it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't matter, especially once your offense got rolling, and you did a good job of mixing in the run and the pass, and mixing in the draw plays when it was effective, and you played a great game. I was going to get turnovers to beat your team, and I was going to have to call a much better game than I did to beat your team. So you did a fantastic job. And
well, you're always a tough coach, and if I would have lost today, it wouldn't have been the first time that I lost to a J coach team that I knew my team was better on paper. You know, one of the things that I was committed to today was trying to stop the run because I've had games where you get the runner. I mean, your runners are not like in the top 10 of the ratings disc. They're in the 50s and the 40s, but you'll commit to running it and running it and running it. And, you know, if your opponent doesn't call run, you'll take what they give you. So I knew I had to call run. I was just fortunate on the times that I was calling run that you didn't hit me with one of those big John Jefferson receiver readings or Charlie Joyner receiver readings, which was always in the back of my mind. So
Yeah. Well, you did a great job of stuffing it, and you hit a couple nice on the fullback there on Newhouse. Old Ron Dick.
yeah,
Call him Shithouse.
when you were when you were running wrong, you would sometimes you were rolling fives and or a six, which is the +1 or something like that. So even when you were guessing me wrong, you weren't getting the rolls. That was for sure.
That's usually how it goes, right? When you have a rough game, when you're guessed wrong, you got to make the guy pay, and that just wasn't happening. But you were right, way more than wrong, and that's just how it goes. So yeah, no, it was a good game, and then those 10s just kept popping up on Kenny, but you would. But I couldn't stop your offense, for those two drives. It was just bam, bam, bam. And, you got me guessing wrong, and you didn't miss when you were guessed wrong.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Fouts is prone to throw picks. He didn't throw any picks today.
Yeah.
So that was huge.
So, it was a nice ride. But I will say that the Adeline loss was pretty devastating. I wanted to have a shot at you to go to the championship game with Adeline. If you saw anything with that, but
yeah, you beat me quite handily in the regular season. That probably was as strong, if not stronger, team than Chiba City this year. It's just too bad that those two teams were in the same conference because that would have been a heck of a Super Bowl if they were opposites.
Did you? And again, it happens. Did you see how Adeline lost?
I'd heard about it. I wasn't watching the game. I was like during family time or whatever.
Yeah.
But I heard that it was like a missed field goal and then a missed extra point.
Yeah. So lost by a point, missed extra point on 2-11, rolled 12. Then last play of the game, literally got it down. I was kicking myself. I guess I should have gone for a touchdown, but I was content to just take the field goal, and that's when the 11 popped up. So that was on me. Should have gone for another score, but you get there. I'm so tight about turning the ball over. You don't. I was like, I don't want to turn it over. I don't want to turn it over, and
Did you count to 5 before you kicked on the field goal?
What'd you say?
Did you count to 5? When you snap the ball? That's my trick. Whenever I have a field goal, that's really important. When it has snap ball, count to 5 and then kick it.
All right, that's we'll give that a try. What's funny is that was right about when the Bengals lost their first game to the Steelers.
Oh.
They missed the extra point, and then they missed the 29-yard field goal, and I was like, "The hell's going on?" So anyway, count to 5. That's what the Bengals should have done, was count to 5 too. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, that's my opposite of icing the kicker is like chilling, de-thawing my kicker so he can.
There you go. So
anyway, I gotta get going, but thanks Tim for calling it. Congratulations, Jay, for another great season with both your teams, and I saw Tim said there was a couple openings next year. Are you going to have to step back, or are you still?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give up Adeline. There's just too much going on. It's been a crazy quarter. My father passed away, and so with that, the family farm out in Indiana needs a lot of maintenance, and so I'm running out there more, and I just I got to adjust how much stride I'm playing. So, and I don't want to spread myself too thin where I do a poor job of being a commissioner in Tecmo. And so I just got to reprioritize a little bit. So yeah, it's whoever's taking is getting a good team.
Are you leaving Wilmington too? Both of them?
No, I'll stick with Wilmington.
Okay, cool.
invested a lot with that. Invest a lot with Adeline too, but one team's enough.
Adeline was Ron Dickinson's team, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And so
Well, you did it. You did it
tried
proud.
to win one for him, but someone else have to do that. What'd you say, buddy?
Yeah, I was just going to say, as hard as it was for me to give up High Plains after 14 or 15 years, it really didn't take but a couple of games. And I was like, it's kind of nice just having one team to play 4 games with in the next 4 weeks. So
Yeah. That's for sure.
So,
That's for sure.
all right. Well, enjoy your football Sundays, guys.
yeah,
You
both
too.
you guys,
You too.
congratulations.
Congrats, Dennis. Congrats, everybody.
Right, take care.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
guys.
All right, Tim. Thanks, bud. We'll talk to you about. I think we found a date in early November for that draft. Is that right?
Yeah, and we can work around it if that date doesn't work as far as hunting season. But yeah, if that date will work, we'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah. No, that should be good. It's the week before. That's the week before hunting season. So whatever date that was, that should be fine.
Let me see. Would it maybe be the 5th?
I think it was the 5th. That sounds right.
Okay.
Let me take a look at my phone. Make sure that I think that the 12th is when. I think the 12th is when the season starts, but I'll verify that here with you if you give me a sec.
I'm sorry to hear that. I thought it was your father-in-law.
Yeah, it was real sudden. So
That's tough.
but the season does open on the 12th, so the 5th would be a good day. So
Okay, well, we'll shoot for that then.
11 Eastern, like we always do. It's nice to have that, 10 Central. It's nice to have that steady time where everyone can kind of just get used to that, if that's okay. So
That'll work. Yep, that'll work for me. And I like the way we're just doing 5 rounds and then doing the Google Sheets. That works great and takes some of the stress off the first day draft. You don't have to prepare for a 200, player draft right away. So.
yeah, it's those later picks where guys have more trouble anyway. The draft gets real sloppy then, as far as, is this guy gone or, stuff like that. It gets kind of sloppy. So, yeah, those guys aren't that critical. No point putting that much time and effort into a 1 year 4 or, something like that. So,
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, pal. Well, good to touch base with you. You doing okay?
Doing fine. Hope things are going well enough for you. I know it's got to be tough, but hope things are going well enough for you. Let me know if I can help in any way with stuff. So.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, everything's cool. Just been weird. Like I said, I think I probably got COVID. I don't know. I took 3 negative tests, and then yesterday, before I went out to my in-laws, one was just faintly positive. So I took another one that was negative. I've had this thing with my throat all week, and then so I don't know. I went to the clinic, and we'll wait a couple days and see what they say. So just weird. Just been a weird beginning of the school year. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Okay. Well, hopefully it straightens out and good talking with you. Great season.
Thanks, pal. All right, we'll see you soon.
Okay. Take care, bud.
Bye-bye.